Naguulat mula sa shore na kasing pretty ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest.
And diving deep into the cool waters
of BLs and GLs.
And every kind of love there is.
We are the Shippers.
Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love stories.
And update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you, let's go.
Hi, this episode is not suitable for everyone. Parental guidance is advised. We are Bunk Collective.
Welcome to your Unfiltered Wrestling Podcast. And this is the MTV Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. Okay, ayan. Repeat natin yung recording. Ano ba yan? Hindi pala nag-proceed yung recording. So, yun. Welcome to the show. Like what I said in my first recording earlier, na-delayed. Hindi naman delayed, no? I decided to record on this time. Kasi, katatapos lang ng plebiscite dito, no? So, the plebiscite ended at 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. Then, the votes will be counted. Yeah. Di naman masyadong mahaba yun kasi ang bibilangin lang naman is 58,000 plus. And it's medyo madali na yun. Madali-dali na yun. Kumpara sa pag-national. National dito, umabot ng 100 plus. Pag dito sa Carmona. Pag ano naman, umabot lang siya na 58. Ngayon, 58,000 and I'm part of them. But I'm not going to share what I voted for. Kung ano yung binoto ko. Pero, guys, isipin na lang natin. I voted because we're thinking about the future Batang Carmona. Yun ang iniisip namin. I'm 21 now. One of the factors that's why I voted today was them. Iniisip ko yung mga bata dito sa labas, yeah. Kahit medyo nagagalit ako sa mga bata na yan kasi naliligalig. But in the end, I'm still thinking about them because I believe na sila yung magiging pag-asa ng Carmona. And to justify that point, we voted today as, hindi ko na sabihin ko yung binoto ko. We voted on the plebiscite here in the town, Carmona, Cavite today. And magkakaalaman tayo. Probably, when I drop this episode, alam na natin ang result. Panganga 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Alam na natin ang result. Basta, manalig tayo sa Diyos kung ano yung lalabas, kung yes or no. Itong araw na to is historic for Carmona. And we will never forget about it. Lalo na yung mga yung officials ng Carmona na nagsikap dito. 12 years in the making. It's huge. Kung isipin nyo, maliit, no? Pero yeah, it's huge. It's a huge moment. It's a huge privilege to vote for this historic moment. And hours from today, alam na namin ang result. And by tomorrow, kung ano man mangyari sa kung anong events, dyan, maraming events, no? At least we know kung ano yung pinaghirapan namin. And win or lose, yes or no, nanaig, I'm grateful that dito ako tumira ng matagal. And I'm grateful na I'm part of the history. That's why So yun, continue. I'm proud to say that I voted not for myself, not for the officials here. Di tayo magpapabayad, of course not. But we voted for the future. Yeah. Yung mga future na bata ngayon na tatanda din, kagaya namin ng 58,000 na bata na yun. Yun. Bumoto kami for their future and bumoto kami for the city, for Carmona. So yeah, I'm grateful. I'm part of the history. Probably tomorrow we know the results and alam na natin kung ano yung kinahinatnan o kakahinatnan ng ating pinakamamahal na lungsod, I wish. Yung mga trolls, tigil-tigil muna kayo sa mga political rants nyo sa Comelec. Ibang botohan po ito, Comelec po. Tatawa lang talaga ako sa mga comments. No offense, ha? No offense. Okay. So, welcome to the show. Let's discuss Money in the Bank. Dami nangyari sa Money in the Bank, no? Madami. Sobrang dami nangyari. 6 days ago, 6 days later, we're going to discuss it one by one. First thing, let's start with the ladder match. The PLE, wala na, hindi na ako bibigay ng first impression kasi nagbigay na ako ng overall review. If nakikinig kayo, ay nagbabasa kayo ng Patreon. So, yun na yung impression natin. So, hindi ako nagbigay ng full preview doon per match kasi I want to discuss this one by one. Okay, number one, maraming butas. No? Maraming butas na pwedeng ibato or pwede pag-usapan sa men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Number one, Logan Paul and Ricochet fighting like holy hell. They're just amazing as fuck. Na, alam mo yun, ang impressive ni Logan Paul, kahit maraming ayaw kay Logan Paul, hindi ko kayang i-miscredit, hindi ko kayang i-miscredit yung tao. Kasi Logan Paul can wrestle and he knows kung paano nag-work yung business. So that's why I can't poke him or hindi ko kayang i-discredit yung tao. Like, Logan Paul is a badass. He deserves the praises. He deserves the things or the good things that people is saying about him. Wala na akong pakialam sa past niya. But I would say on that night, Logan Paul was impressive. Hell, even Ricochet was impressive on this show. And it shows na Ricochet, you deserve a title shot down the line for putting Logan Paul over. I swear, you deserve a title down the road. And hindi pwedeng wala. Kasi you deserve it. Pati si Miz, no? Hindi mention ko lang si Miz kasi si Miz is, I think, one of the guys na I know deserves an opportunity for the bouts. Like, he's put overing Ciampa right now on TV. Yeah, he deserves one more round soon. Pag medyo sawa na si Triple H kay Gunther, which is I doubt na he will. Okay. Marami tayong butas na pag-uusapan. Like what I said on the kickoff. Ito, marami tayong pag-uusapan. Ito, continue natin yung mga butas. No? So, Logan Paul at saka si Ricochet na pag-usapan na natin. Si LA Knight. LA Knight, big factor na hindi siya nanalo. Bago lang naging over siya eh. Hindi siya naging over since October. 'Di ba? Tandaan niyo ba yung maximum male models? Ayun, hindi pa siya over doon. Sobrang as in di pa siya over, di pa siya chine-cheer ng tao. Yeah, he's trying to. But April to May lang naging over si LA Knight. People are kinda mababaw. Medyo mababaw yung mga tao to say na, ay, dapat si LA Knight na lang yung nanalo. Kasi ang over niya sa crowd. Sana makapitalize ang WWE yan. No, it's not how it works. Darating at darating yung panahon ni LA Knight. So, earlier on SmackDown, LA Knight addressed the crowd. Parang it's a face turn din. So, LA Knight and Hit Row got interact. Then LA Knight attacked all of them. Tapos, ayun. It's a face turn if you're going to ask me. LA Knight turned the face on that segment and that was impressive like hell. Logan Paul, huyo ka dito. Papahuyo ka talaga. At some point, gusto ko rin ng Logan Paul LA Knight one-on-one feud. No? Siyempre, di yan mawawala sa mga gusto kong mangyari anytime this year. No? Yan. Continue natin. Shinsuke, I don't have any thoughts about Shinsuke here. Shinsuke is just amazing. Over sa crowd in the UK. Same with Santos. Yeah. Santos is over as fuck. Same as LA Knight. Not the same though on both of them. But Santos definitely one of the guys who I think stood up or nag-stand out sa buong match na to. So yeah, I don't have any issues about it. Damian Priest is wala na akong argument na pwedeng iba to kay Damian because Damian Priest definitely deserves the opportunity for that Money in the Bank. And I don't really have any thoughts aside from he deserves it after working or grinding his ass up, especially with that first Judgment Day run, yung unang run niya in the main roster. Like, on his face run, Damian Priest, sa tingin ko, binuburo na siya ni Vince into this main event guy who I think deserves a title shot or a title opportunity down the road and a spot on the main event scene. I think for that, it's enough to justify that Damian Priest deserves it. No? And to aside the point, parang hindi naman pwedeng sabihin lang na, bakit hindi nyo pinanalo si LA Knight? Si Damian yung pinanalo nyo. Hindi naman yan magaling. Hindi rin yan it felt like they're shoving Damian Priest to our throats. No. Priest deserves it kasi he earned the shot. Like fighting Bad Bunny on his final trial before he won the Money in the Bank. I think it justifies the point. He deserves it. Yun na yun eh. Doon naligay siya sa heavyweight title, everybody knows na, okay, it's time for Damian Priest to be pushed down the road. And yeah, they did. And to a wise standpoint, Damian Priest, dapat maaga pa siya nag-WWE, no? Dapat maaga-aga siya nag-WWE. So, if they did, siguro iba yung magiging ko dyan. No? Kasi Damian is 40 plus already. Matagal-tagal na rin. So, yun yung pinapactor nila kay LA Knight. I-factor din natin kay Damian Priest. No? So, the reason why LA Knight didn't won, according to them, people, is because of age. Coincidentally, si Damian Priest is months lang ang tanda as far as I know kay LA Knight. Ang gusto lang naman i-point out ng tao, sobrang over ni LA. Yun lang yun eh. I don't get the point now. What? Bakit kailangan i-sacrifice si LA Knight? Shut the hell up. Mas matanda o mas sa tingin ko mas deserving ni Damian Priest yung shot. Wala rin akong masabi. sa angas din talaga o ability ni Damian sa match na to. Sa tingin ko, hindi man siya nag-stand out. But I think overall, siya talaga yung siya yung isa sa mga factors. That's why they won. And to the fact na minakabang ng story kay Damian Priest, medyo naglolos-los na naman yung microphone ko for whatever reason. Yung fact na minakabang ng story kay Damian Priest, that's why they led this thing para siya yung manalo ng Money in the Bank. Tingin ko nakaabang na yung win na to. Nakaabang na talaga yung picture na to, tong moment na to for him. And yun, parang sa tingin ko maraming pwedeng abangan kay Damian Priest, lalo he's the Money in the Bank holder na. And to consider na fans, madaling mapagod yung mga madaling, sabihin na naman nila, bakit ganito? Bakit nyo binibigyan si Alay Night? Iba yung medyo hindi ko talaga gusto yung pinagsasabi ng mga tao na to. People are picky masyado, no? Pero minsan din, yung pagiging picky nyo, ilugar nyo din, ano? Mamaya may address ako. I want to address something na medyo connected on what the hell I'm saying right now. Address natin yun later on. Wait. I-continue natin yung recap. Baka may naiiwan ako sa mga pinag-mention ko. Ay, si Butch. Butch, sa tingin ko, I'm impressed with him. Feeling ko, marami pang Money in the Bank na sasalian si Butch because he is just that amazing. And sa tingin ko, magiging interesting ang mga Money in the Bank matches pa. Nakakasali si Butch or kung sino naman yung tawag dyan, Pete Dunne. Maraming tawag kaya basta this match overall just amazing, as in maraming spots na maganda din, pero when Priest won, I know things will change and things will continue to in the side of Judgment Day. So yun, continue natin with the women's title. So yung women's tag titles, Ronda, Shayna, Raquel, tsaka Liv Morgan. The match kinda short, not that fancy for me. Pero yeah, the finish is just interesting as hell. Dito, as in, sobrang on the spot nung turn. No? Then, yun, Shayna Baszler attacking Ronda Rousey, choking her up. Then, ayun, tinim up nila si Ronda. Then, ayun, Oblivion. And that was really interesting until we watched that Raw. Mamaya pag-usapan natin yung Raw. Then, continue natin with Gunter defending the IC title against Matt Riddle. The match is fine. This match is fine. Kasi wala akong masyadong impression. Sa tingin ko lang, nagpaganda dito. Every time Gunter fights, tingin ko parang it shows talaga na napaka-utak at generous ng mga movesets ni Gunter. Like, Gunter can beat everyone with different moves every match. Pansin ko yon. Since the reign started, pansin ko iba-iba yung finish ng mga title matches niya. Especially with PLE matches. Sobrang iba-iba yung finish niya. Ayun, pansin mo, dito iba. Clash at Castle, iba. WrestleMania, iba. Dito, iba. And it shows kung gaano ka-versatile tong character na to ni Gunter. Kung gaano talaga siya ka-versatile in real life. Kasi it works for him, it works for everyone. Ganun lang yun. Then, after that, Drew McIntyre made his first appearance since WrestleMania. Then, he Claymore Gunter. Tapos, ayun, he stood on him. Tapos, taunting him with the IC Taro. And, ewan ko, pero natatawa na ako sa mga AEW fans since this. Sobrang natatawa talaga ako sa mga ilusyonadong AEW fans. Kasi, sometimes, hindi ko maintindihan yung double standards nila. Ba? But, yeah. Things will change actually. Then, Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. Okay. Ito yung tunay na okay lang. Sa tingin ko, okay lang. Hindi ako nagandahan. Hindi rin ako napangintan. Side quest lang to. Like what I said, this is a side quest. And I'm really interested with how Cody is doing this side quests. And sobrang ganda pa rin. Sobrang ganda pa din talaga. And speaking of side quests, he called Brock Lesnar. He wants another match. And maybe this thing will be settled after SummerSlam or on SummerSlam. Ayan, at least marami na nakaabang sa card. Mamaya i-distinguish nga natin yung buong possible card. No? Then, John Cena appeared for the first time since Mania 39. And he made a surprise. No? So, he gave a promo about London and he wants a WrestleMania in London. Then, Grayson Waller interrupt. Then, eto, alam mo I love the reference ni BT Sport sa mga cricket fans dyan. You will get this. Sino daw yung mananalo ng cricket o nung Ashes? Sino dapat yung mag-WrestleMania? Sobrang nakakatawa yan. Knowing na Australia and New Zealand is very evil rivals when it comes to cricket. Ayun. Sa tingin ko, impressive yung reference na yun ni BT Sport. Knowing na sila yung nagbo-broadcast ata pa rin ng Ashes sa BT Sports. It's just funny as said. So, ayan. Grayson Waller mentioned about the past Cena losses. Then, possibly the greatest Grayson Waller effect at WrestleMania with Cena as the guest. Ayan, nag-gloat siya. And Cena attacked him with AA. So, yeah. Actually, ito I addressed this. Akala ko si Waller injured according sa mga reports weeks ago. Akala ko siya injured. Injured yung kanyang paa ata. Wait, I'll verify my source here. So, according to sources, Waller was injured. Yeah. Yeah. According to them, injured si Grayson Waller, binte dahil nung match niya with Carmelo Hayes back in February, I think. Then, ayun na nga. Medyo ang weird, but I hope they can explain bakit nandiyan na siya. Then, Waller competed on SmackDown days later. Mamaya pag-usapan nga natin yun ng mabilis. I-rundown nga natin mabilis yun. Then ito, women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm impressed with this. I think this is better than the match itself. In terms of the match itself, I think this women's match is so much better than the men's. I know that the men's medyo iikot yan sa it's either LA Knight, Damian Priest, or Logan Paul. Si Logan Paul. Marami may ayaw kay Logan Paul, but I think Logan Paul as Money in the Bank winner will be interesting too. But continue. The match featuring Becky Lynch, Trish, Zoe, Bayley, Io Sky, Zelina. And I always thought that Zelina Vega will win the Money in the Bank. Yeah, I'm impressed with Zelina here. Her performance was great. Wala akong masyadong complain except on one thing. WWE, please drop that chinelas thing, man. Di na ako natutuwa sa chinelas thing na yan ni Zelina. It only applies when Dominic and Rhea Ripley is on her plate. But here, no. It's not. It's not applicable. Parang random na lang ng pagbato ng chinelas paglabas ng chinelas. Wala. Parang I'm impressed overall with her performance. I think she's just great as well. Becky, pagsamay-samahin ko na to Becky, Trish, Zoe. I think 3 of them nag-grow sila sa akin as trio. No, alam mo, yes, I'm saying trio. Kasi nag-continue kasi yung story nila as opponents. Becky was ganged up by Trish and Zoe since after WrestleMania. Then, ayun na nga. Syempre, hindi pwedeng hindi ko pagsama-samahan yung tatlo sa recap ko. Overall, Trish was entertaining as ako on this match. Si Zoe, I have no issues on Zoe. Zoe is months pa lang sa main roster. I think she is just amazing as well. Becky, big star power na sa tingin ko nagpa-elevate nung ladder match na yun, which is a W to me. Yeah. Then Bailey, very Karen. Ayaw niya manalo si Io Sky, which is funny. And just funny as well to me. Bailey is protecting or preventing Io Sky to win that Money in the Bank briefcase. It's funny. And the ending of the match itself was fun as hell. Like si Io, they handcuffed Bailey to Becky Lynch. Then she stood on Bailey and climbing up the ladder and she retrieved the briefcase. I was shocked. That fun match, I think this is the best ladder match for the woman. And to have that privilege to compete at Money in the Bank in such amazing match like that, I can say that this is easily one of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches when it comes to the woman. Yeah. I'm impressed actually. Io Sky is a future world champion definitely. I cannot wait to see her run as world champion. So, recap na rin natin kung ano yung ginawa niya as Miss Money in the Bank. So, on Raw, she confronted Rhea Ripley. Wala siyang ginawa. SmackDown, they're teasing a cash-in on Asuka. It's still funny though na sobrang may nadali yung segment na to. Dahil sa Roman Tribal Court. Yeah, it's very given. Mamaya, pag-usapan natin yung mga balita about it. Mamaya. Then, ayan. Yung ito, isa pa. Match. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. This match, actually, nag-expect ako ng malaki dito. Yeah. So, I expected big on this match and we got not that big on the match itself. It's kind of disappointing kung ikukumpara natin to sa ibang matches nila in the past. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing to compare kasi ang layo. Yeah, etong match na to a little bit understandable kasi baga na to ng possible na Judgment Day split up. Parang ano na siya, yung sininde ni Finn Balor weeks ago. And ano na sinindihan na nila ng matindi with Damian winning the Money in the Bank, then screwing Finn Balor out of his title shot on Seth. Then ayun, they're setting up a civil war maybe for Judgment Day. Not that quick, but I think they're building up. They're building up slowly when it comes to that. So yeah, I think the match is medyo kinulang ako. Medyo. Di naman ako nagko-complain though. But I think it's more on kinulang. Hindi ganong huge. Hindi rin big deal. Hindi. Hindi ko sabihin hindi big deal. Kasi pag sinabi kong hindi big deal, iba na yun. Ibang different na yun. Sa tingin ko, ang nag-stood out lang talaga sa match na to was the tease of Damian Priest face turn. So, yun na yun. Yun na yung malaking highlight towards this match. And I'm really interested to what's next for Damian Priest. Okay. Continue. Main event. Bloodline Civil War. Roman Solo versus the Usos. Yeah. So the match here, ito typical na Roman match to, like tawag dito, yung may referee bumps, hindi siya may iwasan, yung mga ang nag-factor ng maganda dito yung crowd, yung London crowd here was amazing as well. I give props to them kasi they saved this literally drooling match. But yeah, yung match na to sa tingin ko, ang nag-stand out dito aside from the Usos, si Solo. Solo is just amazing. Parang they are teasing him slowly from this match pa lang. And to the fact na Solo is actually slowly turning on Roman as well. It's impressive to see that slow burn on his head na it will explode once Roman actually poked you in the head. So, maraming kabang-abang sa Bloodline story. So, recap na rin natin yung nangyari sa SmackDown just hours ago. So, hours ago actually, nagkaroon ng tribal court when Roman and the Usos had that same segment from the segment in January when they executed Sami Zayn. Then, ayun na nga. So, Roman actually asked Jay to become the new tribal chief. He removed the necklace thing on his neck. Then, ayun, he kneeled. And you know what's next? He low blowed Jay Uso. Then, shit, like, holy hell, that lay akala mo talaga may di maganda mangyari. And yeah, he low blowed Jay Uso. The brawl was on. Yeah, the things was chaotic as hell. Cannot wait to see what's next on that story. No? Then, Austin Theory defeated Sheamus for the title. No surprise. Then, continue natin. Grayson Waller effect. The match between Edge and Grayson Waller was set. And, hell, I'm impressed with Waller here. Waller is just amazing here on the match itself. Sobrang ganda na naging performance ni Grayson Waller. Akalain mo main event pa. Tapos against Edge pa. Tapos Madison Square Garden pa. Sick. That's impressive. Then, ano pa ba? So, the three superstars, Asuka, Belair, and Charlotte Flair get into a brawl. Then, Damage Control came out and they attacked Asuka. Io Sky attempt to cash in her Money in the Bank contract, but luckily Bianca pulled Bayley out of the ring and Charlotte takes out Io Sky with a big boot. So yeah, things is getting interesting if you're going to ask me. Tapos, continue natin. So, Edge defeated Grayson Waller. Like what I said earlier, the match was impressive. Wala akong masabi kay Grayson. Grayson is definitely the MVP here. It means something na makakuha ka ng rub from John Cena, Grayson Waller, back-to-back weeks. It's just impressive to me. There's something in packed for Grayson Waller, definitely down the road. Then, main event, final segment of the episode, Jey Uso came out and interrupt Roman on his promo. Bago yun, Jimmy Uso was wrote up or na-write up siya sa TV for some reasons. And Jey Uso challenged Roman for a title match at SummerSlam. He didn't said directly SummerSlam match, but I think it will lead to that. So yeah, things will change down the road when Roman actually challenge him for the title at SummerSlam. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Maraming figures na lalabas after this, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for that match if SummerSlam match would take place at SummerSlam. Okay, then final thought on the PLE. Di pa natin napag-usapan na Jay was the one who pinned Roman Reigns for that match, for that Bloodline Civil War. It's very interesting since that was the final loss or the first time he lost since TLC in December 2019. Yeah, and the guy who defeated him on that match was, guess who? King Corbin. And yeah, it's impressive. The match was impressive. Like Tito Dave is giving men's Money in the Bank. Tsaka yung Civil War. I think it's higher scores here and it's impressive if you're going to ask me. Then tawag dito. Final thought. Where's my final thought here? So anong tawag dito? Si Rhea, Finn Balor, and Damian, may side quest sila sa NXT. So, for me, it's impressive na kalat-kalat sila. Not only on Raw, not only on SmackDown, kundi NXT din. So, it's interesting to see the demons tuloy. Yung tatlo, it's really interesting to see all the members of Judgment Day interacting not only with Raw or SmackDown superstars. And interesting din na pati NXT ay napapasama din doon sa mix of superstars na pinupush nila down the road. No? Isa pang interesting to me was the match was settled here earlier today. I think Brock will challenge Cody to a match and he will accept the challenge down the road. Like Brock was challenged by Cody weeks ago. Then earlier this week on Raw as well, they challenged him for another match at SummerSlam. Then on SmackDown, so syempre ito na nga yung trial na took place and he placed it on Jey Uso. Yan. Naiipit ako. Then, that night, I'm really interested on what's to come at SummerSlam. Maraming bagay na mangyayari sa SummerSlam. I guess, basahin na natin Yung sa tingin ko possible mangyari. So, it's all mine, no? First, definitely the main event, Jey Uso challenging Roman for the undisputed title at SummerSlam. Yun. Then Seth versus Finn, isa pa. Then I think this match will get a stipulation. No? So then Damian Priest will cash in his briefcase. Then ayun, siya yung mananalo sa Judgment Day instead of Finn. Tapos on the women's, I think Asuka versus Charlotte versus Bianca is being cooked for SummerSlam as well down the road. Then, ano pa ba? Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez is being cooked as well. Ewan ko kung ito mangyayari din. But yeah, anything can happen since she saved Natty earlier this week sa Raw. So, yun. Possible din. Then, ano pa ba? Definitely Shayna versus Ronda is happening then probably at SummerSlam. We never talked about Ronda Rousey. So, the rumor about Ronda Rousey, it's actually, basahin nga natin yung report na Ronda Rousey report. Wait. Basta ang balita kasi natin, si Ronda is planning to leave WWE for other things. So, she's planning to pursue something. Parang she's planning to do something down the road. Ito. So, wait. I'm back reading actually. May notes kasi ako. So, ayan. Nabasa natin. Okay. So, Ronda Rousey is reported to, ang tawag dito? Ronda Rousey was reported na ang tawag dito? Nawala sa isip ko. Pumapasok lang sa akin right now it was impressive. Wala na ako sa afterthought ko. Basta, Ronda Rousey is planning to leave WWE to pursue other things. Baka gusto niya magka-baby ulit. Maybe. Basta may plano din na gawin daw si Ronda after of this match. Then, ano pa ba? Also to add na rin na Logan Paul and Ricochet brawled backstage at Money in the Bank because they felt na hindi sila satisfied on the table spot sa tawag dito. They are not satisfied sa results noong spot sa Money in the Bank match, no? Then ano pa ba? So sa pang report that WWE is tawag dito. So Tyler Breeze is under WWE towards via down up down and hindi siya pwede mag-appear on AEW. As far as I know, he can't appear on AEW. So yeah, that's a report. Ito, isa na lang. Si Drew at Money in the Bank, so he returned and he came out to agreement na mag-appear daw siya sa mga strong storylines. Pero walang totoo doon, no? Walang pagbabago sa contract. And no, meron pa daw siyang meron pa siyang deal actually. Sa tingin niya, he will sign down the road, no? Ayun, so he was begun to talk about his next contract. But yeah, marami pa tayong pa-factor dito. But ito, sa akin lang to, before we go to the break, I think mas gusto ko na face talaga si Ronda. Sa tingin ko kasi number one, mas convincing. Number two, mas impressive siya as a baby face and mas sympathetic siya as a baby face eh. Tandaan mo yung character ni Ronda na hindi ganon ka hindi siya ganon ka mamas girl. Parang hindi siya sweetheart pero pag tinrigger mo, iba yung magiging ano niya, atake niya sa'yo. Hindi na yung ganon yung ginagawa ni Ronda which is funny. At the same time, alam mo ito yung nag-work kay Ronda, no? This thing will work on Ronda Rousey because everybody knows Ronda is so much better as a babyface. And everybody knows that. Okay. So yun lang. I don't want to give any thoughts on Ronda, to be honest. And yun, we're going to have a short break for now. And when we come back, gawa tayo ng recap for everything, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, at saka yung Dynamite. Tapos pag-usapan na lang natin yung possible thoughts natin on collision sa Owen Cup. Especially Owen Cup is ongoing na din. Pag-usapan natin yung Owen Cup real quick before we end the pod. So for now, let's check our bunkmates on Bunk Collective.
Annyeong, we are One to Sarang.
Your next favorite Hallyu podcast.
We talk K-drama.
Mandaming kilig every time
Oh my
we
God.
get K-drama. We also talk K-pop.
Yung feeling ko sa 17 na they bring me so much happiness.
And we live to entertain.
What you gonna do when Dicky steak in front of
Check us out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Also on YouTube. Join us sa Tawanan at Kwentuhan from One to Sarang.
Sales, profit, and engagement na naman ang usapan. Hey guys, Matt and Lance here. Corporate guys rin kami at pagod na rin kami sa ganyang usapang office. Ibahin naman natin ang mga kausap natin. Listen to guests from careers beyond the corporate scene with the Project Offbeat Career Podcast. Imagine talking to historians, gamers, teachers, and the like on how they live differently and succeed in their unconventional careers. Baka sakali, ito naman ang sign to pursue your passions. Kita-kits sa Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube.
Ayun, that was a mistake. Nagkamali ako. Okay, welcome back to the show. Continue natin yung thoughts natin on Raw. So, recap na lang natin to. Let's do a recap na lang. Medyo mahaba kasi yung Raw. So, okay. Natatawa ako. So, yan. Brock Lesnar returned on this week's Raw. So, merong medyo may tease up. Meron siya ng tinitease this week na Brock at Cody definitely tease yun. Pero they're teasing Dom versus Dom. Cody versus Rollins as well. They're teasing a lot on this episode of Raw basically. Then obviously they sinet nila yun. Maraming nangyari in just 15 minutes. So yeah, it's impressive to me na ganito yung nangyari sa opening ng Raw. So Cody Rhodes and Seth got a small segment earlier on that Raw. Then ayun, Brock attacked Cody again. They're setting up a match. But yeah. So yeah, ito sobrang genius nung nila sa opening ng Raw na to. So it's impressive to me as a fan na they're adapting the NXT shit things na maraming nangyayari in just one spot. As in, ina-adapt nila yun. It's great to me. And it's amazing to see main roster adapting shit from the main roster. So yeah. Tapos, Ronda Rousey confronted Shayna Baszler about that Money in the Bank betrayal. So, she owned her an explanation. So, obviously, Shayna Baszler came out and she said that the only reason Ronda Rousey is in WWE is because of Shayna Baszler. So she went on a rant about her friend being entitled and her plans to be one of the women who can finally shut her up. Then Ronda Rousey kicked her off on the apron and they started to fight as hell. Then Shayna grabbed her in the neck and then set her up for an ankle lock. Then ayun, yung knee, like holy hell. Pero ito medyo questionin nga natin ng konti nito I'm confused who's the baby face and heel here. At this point, nalilito ako. Like, yeah, Ronda is getting a lot of boost from that episode, from that assault. And hindi natin nakapitalize yun. That was a mistake from WWE side. Shayna, ewan ko pero nag-i-impressed ako. Nag-iisip ako on how the Shayna Baszler face run would work on her. But, yeah. I don't think that thing will work on her. Yeah. So, we have a turmoil match for a contendership sa women's tag titles. And, ayun, Shayna, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green earn the title shot and they will face again for the women's tag titles. And Nikki Cross, highlight ko dito was Nikki Cross. Sobrang ganda ng character to. As in, this character right now, sobrang impressive. And yung team ng 2KC, team na 2KC, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter, I think they are impressive as fuck. They're impressive on the segment. This whole segment, they are just impressive. As in, I can't give any complaints on the tawag dito. Hindi naman ako ganong na-surprise on what's happening about that whole match. But I think sila Chelsea at sila Kaden Carter, I think they are showing me how impressed I am sa women's division ng WWE. And in general, I'm impressed actually. Sometimes maybe I'm not that impressed, but I think it's still impressive to me. Then, okay. So, let's continue. Alpha Academy is over as fuck right now. Yeah. Yung sobrang impressed ako on how things will work on dito. Sobrang impressed ako on Alpha Academy na as in sobrang over ng Alpha Academy at this point, and that nuclear effect na mag-turn sila into a babyface faction. Yeah, it's impressive to me. Yeah. So it's impressive kasi nakikita natin na sobrang over na ulit ng AA with Maxine Dupree, yung pagka-additional niya sa faction. I think it's impressive to see how things will fall down the road. Then, Natalia versus Rhea Ripley. For me, the match was fun. Yeah, the match was fun. Ito, medyo nakakatawa. Take note natin. So, WWE didn't acknowledge Natalia's records from that Money in the Bank weekend awarding on Natalia sa Guinness World Records. It's kind of disappointing. And di nila nagawa ng opportunity to na isama sa story. Yeah, so it's kind of sad for me. Pero yeah, this match, Rhea Ripley versus sila Rhea versus Nati, I admit that was great, that was awesome, and yeah, that was great. Then ano pa ba? Dominic versus Seth. This is the final match. I think like what I said earlier, continuation ito ng plant noong story, pagplant ng story, pinaplant nila yung Damian Priest tsaka Balor, Papa Agato. Maybe this feud may take place at SummerSlam. So I cannot wait to see that explode, and I cannot wait to see actually Judgment Day explode as well. Ito yun, maraming pwedeng mangyari. Number one, Damian maybe turning face, then Finn, or maybe it's a plot twist. Pwede rin Finn will be kicked out by Damian, and Damian will take over the leadership, or maybe Rhea Ripley, since Rhea is the one who has the women's title right now. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to me right now to see things going in their way, and it's impressive na ganito kaganda yung mga nangyari. So recap tayo on NXT real quick na lang. Wait lang, medyo nalalaglag na naman yung mic ko. So yeah, recap tayo. So Roxanne Perez defeated Blair Davenport on that episode of NXT. Yeah, this episode. Okay, so that episode of NXT was taped, and yeah, it's very interesting pa din despite of that. So, ano pa ba? Yeah, the match was fun. Roxanne and Davenport, sa tingin ko, they're pulling something down the road with this push on Davenport. Then Mustafa Ali versus Tyler Bate. This match was fun. And si Mustafa Ali is clear na on his intentions of challenging Wesley for the NXT North American title. And the match was really, really good. I can pick this match for my pick of the week if I wanted to. But I have a lot of picks in my mind. Mamaya reveal natin. Isa doon yung match from Stardom. Sama ko nga dito mamaya yung match na yun. So, yeah. Yung continue natin. Then, ano pa ba? Yung NXT Underground. Yeah. That was fun. Ayun, marami-rami akong kakat sa episode na to. Daming dead airs. Daming dead airs no? But yeah, let's continue with the NXT Underground. Yeah, I think the match was impressive. Dami ko na naman dead air. Kailangan talaga bumili ng bagong cable dito. But yeah, so yeah, that was great. It's kind of sad for me. So Diamond Camp is taking every loss and their feud. But yeah, it is delivering matches after matches, and it's still fun to watch for me. Then, tawag dito? Hindi rin, medyo awkward din sa akin na hindi nila in-acknowledge na magkapatid sila Stevenson tsaka sila Damon Camp. Sobrang awkward. But I hope down the road they will acknowledge this sa TV, sa NXT. Sobrang medyo nagda-dub din sila ng lines during this match. Medyo ano siya, medyo dub talaga, as in they're dubbing shit here on this match. As in. Then ano pa ba? So medyo interesting din. Pag-usapan natin to. So Stax and Joe Coffey, they visited Tony D again in the prison, so to give him the news. So they settled the match. So Stax versus Joe Coffey, and now dito, the match is set for next week if Stax won the match. Si Stax is si Tony D is free. Hindi na siya kakasuhan, and they will get a title shot. Then if Joe Coffey wins, kakasuhan si Tony D. Yeah. So So, ano pa ba? Ano ba yung tinatake notes ko? So, NXT continues with the Creeds and the Dyad. Actually, Creeds lost the match and the Dyad won the whole thing here. And it's interesting to me that Creeds won and Creeds lost there. And I cannot wait though to see them in the main roster. Maybe after SummerSlam, maybe they're waiting for something. Yeah, they're really interesting. Medyo ang weird din to see them without IB Nile. So sobrang importante kasi siya as a presentation. But I wish though na mag-reunite sila in the main roster. But for now, I cannot wait to see the Creeds in the main roster, like build them like the new Alpha Academy something, and that will be great for me. Yeah. Then ano ba? Final segment actually, Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov brawled on the end of this NXT. So as in straight up brawl. Then the match set official for this week's NXT, upcoming episode of NXT. Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov with the winner will face Carmelo Hayes at GAB NXT Great American Bash on end of July. So yun, may sense siya. And they need to build already on this stuff. Marami silang pwede pang i-build on this thing sa NXT. Yeah. Sobrang solid. As in, sobrang solid ng mga episodes recently ng NXT. I wish though na maging interesting pa yung mga susunod na linggo as according to the WWE. Na they want things to be more interesting since gusto nila ng unpredictable stuff. So I'm really interested on what medyo I cannot wait to see things will be introduced down the road. Pero yeah. Wait lang. wait. Okay, so let's do Dynamite real quick. So medyo immature to magiging recap ko on Dynamite. So Keith Lee and Swerve teamed up against Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin. So yeah, Darby and Cassidy won. It's very given. Medyo disappointed ako sa way of how they are building up the other matches or the other teams here in the tournament. And instead they're highlighting only MJF and Adam Cole. Wala, medyo ang flat ng build nila so far sa build na to. Okay, then continue natin. So Nick Wayne was introduced katatapos lang nung graduation ni Nick Wayne weeks ago. Then Darby then. So Darby was featured on that match days or weeks ago. Then ayun. It's really interesting to see what's next for Nick Wayne. Oh, I cannot wait to see this guy down the road. Then Chris Jericho. I'm not that interested on Jericho. Jericho is kind of flat right now, but I wish na medyo may inaabangan ako kay Jericho, but I want to discuss it down the road. Pero hindi mo na ngayon. Basta hindi mo na ngayon. Then, ito, interesting to. So, ang ginawa ng AEW ngayon, they teamed up MJF, Adam Cole versus Daddy Magic and si Butcher. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird on paper. Medyo ang weird so far ng pag-set ng tournament na to. But everybody knows who will win the tournament. Let's face it. It's Cole and MJF. But they're not going to fight for the belts. That's I doubt they're going to fight with the belts. Yeah. So, I know MJF will betray Adam Cole on the road. Pero masasabi ko lang, i-enjoy na lang natin to. I swear, we need to enjoy this shit. Like, maraming pwedeng i-enjoy lalo na sa storyline na to. Yeah, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. Then, continue. Ruby Soho qualified for the Women's Owen Cup tournament. Yeah, not that interesting. Di ako ganong interested dito. Then, Kenny Omega, Wheeler Yuta. The match was great for me. Medyo nafaflatan lang talaga ako sa ending. Yeah, the ending was flat. And, yun. Na-recap ko ng SmackDown overall. Medyo flat siya to me. And, gusto ko pa ng ibang stuff from that episode days ago. Ayun. It's negative to me to continue the show with my microphone since bumigay na naman yung mic ko. My apologies for that. Ewan ko, for some reason, my mic fucked up. But, yeah. I think we need to continue. So, Eddie Kingston won the IWGP Heavyweight title. Actually, the IWGP Strong title from Kenta. So, yeah, that was fun as hell to me. Then, Gilia, tama ba pag-isabi natin? Gilia. So, Willow Nightingale, to, pag-usapan muna natin, okay? So, Willow Nightingale was defeated by Gilia. Gilia ba o Julia? Ewan ko, I'm not sure on how I should say her name, but yeah, I think she is one of my favorite women in New Japan or Stardom. But yeah, she is definitely impressing me right now. Okay, then, ano pa ba? Then, Eddie Kingston defeated Kenta and he will go to G1 as the strong openweight champion. Medyo nabubulol na ako sa titles ng New Japan. At this point, New Japan needs to unify the belts. It's funny kasi there's a lot of belts in New Japan's purse. But I don't know what's the point here of New Japan establishing a lot of belts. Like months ago, they established the women's title. Then now they just establish a new one for their women's division. It's just funny at the same time, funny to me. And yeah. Wala, sobrang tatawa talaga ako on how New Japan is building up the strong counterpart of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But yeah, so ulitin ko. Sorry ulit kasi bumigay na naman yung aking system. It's very unfortunate na bumigay yung aking mic. Yung mic ko bumigay na naman. It looks like I will buy a new microphone cables ulit by next week. So it's kind of unfortunate for that. To continue, let's do the picks of the week na lang. Pick ko, yung superstar of the week is definitely Damian Priest. I think he deserves to be in the pick of the week segment natin. Then yung ating woman of the week is definitely Gilia or Julia. I think it's Julia. Julia daw yung way ng pagsabi ng name. I think it's Julia or Julia. Basta yun, whatever. Then our match of the week, I have two. Number one is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And number two, that match between yung Mustafa Ali versus Tyler Bate from this week's NXT. So, yun. Kung gusto niyo panoorin niyo na lang. Pakinggan niyo na lang. Again, pardon my voice right now since I'm using my earphones on this final portion of the show. Again, I'm sorry. Then na yun. So, plug tayo. So, please paki-follow ng pod on all of the social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Twitch, sa TikTok. and on YouTube at the MTG Show Pod. So, para din sa makitang tenga nyo, paki-follow na lang lahat ng social media ng Bunk sa The Bunk PH. Visit our website, thebunkph.com. Support us on Patreon and Gank. All of the details is on the description. Then, para matapos lang kasi naririnig na rin ako sa sarili kong boses while recording on my earphones. Then, ayun. So, for now, stay safe, stay reso. Good luck for tomorrow. Tsaka, please catch MWF Action Abela on Rakon Manila once na mag-official na yun. So, I have the results or the announcement now. So, Rock of Manila will be the home of MWF Action Abela starting from the tapings na ititape nila bukas sa Gigilat Romansa. Nagbago na rin yung venue. So, if you want to know about the new venue, you check out MWF's Facebook or social media for more details about it. Ayun, for now, please pakirate po ng podcast 5 stars 6 in Tokyo Dome. Again, may pardon, my disappointment is on high right now. I hope na hindi ito yung hindi ito yung gusto kong way to record the episodes. But yeah, it is what it is. And again, I'm good. We're good. For now, stay safe, stay reso. See you on the next episode of the podcast. Again, pucha, sa tayo nga na recording nga to. I swear. For now, bye-bye. And see you on the next episode. Yeah, bye-bye.
Please rate the podcast 5 stars 6 in Tokyo Dome on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are Bunk Collective.